Oh dear, that subject again, so let's discuss. Alright, ahead of tomorrow's Pokemon video game 25th Invitational Tournament, they've published Arash's and Naoto's teams as rental teams. Let's take a look at Arash's team in detail. With certain settings enabled, we can immediately see issues with Nihilego and Urshifu. At a surface level, all that are capable of being shiny or shiny, all have flawless IVs, no bottle caps including the legendaries, and all have 508 EVs, not 510. Immediate suspicion. And that's all that is, by the way. I see this being brought up every time someone's life, if that's what they call it, is dedicated to investigating hacked Pokemon, and we all know who I'm talking about here, right? Along with his lapdog community. But suspicion isn't evidence. Deeper details reveal that Nihilego is missing its home tracker, which should be present for anything transferred from 7th to 8th gen via Pokemon Home. Urshifu has an invalid memory with the original trainer where it remembers knowing Moonblast, which it obviously can't learn. Comparing party members, the Rillaboom and Incineroar have identical met dates, original trainers, height, weight, memories, friendship, 106 not 160. Same for Regieleki and Calyrex, clearly indicating that these two pairs are modifications. If you're going to hack something, would it really hurt to use the correct information for these values? Are you that much in a fucking hurry? Editing tools can also set TR flags, that is technical record flags, for all applicable moves. Although Incineroar learns Flare Blitz via level up, it also has the TR flag. One would expect that a staple move would have been kept during training. Same for Nihilego's Power Gem. Both Regieleki and Calyrex have 5 IVs that are set to 31 and 0 attack IVs. The odds of getting both of these on the same Met day and with one being shiny is infeasible. IVs are randomly rolled and randomly bumped up to having at least 3 flawless IVs. So for the Regieleki, is that 1 in 4 trillion odds? In closing, this team is hacked 100%. We have found 0 issues with Naoto's team. By the way, Wolf's Moltres was hacked, impossible overworld RNG values, and a bad memory general location. I also find it comical that Pokemon's website profile for Sajin mentions his Magmar with Follow Me. That was an impossible hack. And here are the statistics of that Follow Me Magmar. Take the time to look at these if you wish. Here's another one, that is that Urshifu that remembers Moonblast. And here are those identical values across all of Arash's Pokemon. So is it really surprising that the Pokemon Company isn't competent enough to check rental teams to determine legality? After all, the whole point of establishing rules is for you to break them or apply some rules for the bullshit to whoever you damn well please. On to Renzo's team. I never knew that Stack Attacker could learn Drill Peck. Damn. Once again, Stack Attack has a memory with this original trainer about practicing Drill Peck. A literal castle wall can do the same thing a Fearow was made to do. Interesting. Also, it has no height and no weight, along with 5 stats having perfect IVs in them. This is when hacking Pokemon becomes so fucking obvious. You don't need to create and regurgitate conspiracy theories for clicks. And it's the same song and dance with the same values across each and every Pokemon, from Met locations, height, and weight. I can understand not looking into every bit of code attached to pixels, but when it's this easy to see that something is obviously hacked, that objectively speaks volumes for your carelessness and incompetence. Let's play Spot the Hacked Pokemon. I'll give you 10 seconds to type everything wrong with this Pokemon that would suggest that it's hacked. Ready, set, go. Closing for Renzo's team. The Calyrex looks fine. Was captured July 31st of this year, right before the tournament. It's the only one sourced from the trainer. Someone chimed in, you forgot same experience level and friendship. Without getting into all of the colorful comments that I'm sure are attached to these threads, it's easy to see how not surprising it is for your top VGC players, champions and all, to use hacked Pokemon. But if we're going to elevate this to a court of law standard, this, ladies and gents, is what you call admissible evidence. While we still can't say, oh, they hacked the Pokemon directly, because there are other factors to consider, like, well, Pokemon still allows you to trade with one another, so they're either hacking the Pokemon themselves or receiving these objectively hacked Pokemon. Now, Blaine's put out a video to avenge him getting banned a while back for distributing hacked Pokemon, but he does make a fantastic point about the double standards of the Pokemon company. But at this point, can anyone honestly be surprised at the incompetence of the Pokemon company? Whether they know it or not, whether they accept it or not, they're champions. They're top VGC players. The only thing that matters is that status quo. Now, yes, I did make a video nearly a year ago talking about a certain someone slandering Wolf Glick. The video speaks for itself, but that was before we got any actual evidence. Let's take a look at Wolf Glick's team. Nothing immediately illegal, however, with a deeper inspection, there are issues with Groudon and Incineroar. With max layer raids, there are RNG patterns that allow an unedited Pokemon to be traced back to the initial RNG seed that generated it. Zapdos is legal. Groudon was edited to have a 0 IV in speed. All other details match. Here are the details. Once again, feel free to pause the video. Incineroar appears innocent, but knowing how height and weight are generated triangular distribution, having 0 for both is 1 in 272,646,144, excluding it being shiny. If it were shiny, it would be 1 in 139 billion. That's a far cry from this strong evidence that Wolf Glick hacked. Omitting height and weight is a common mistake when fabricating data. So take that as you will with this Incineroar. If the statistical odds of Incineroar are unconvincing, there's also an issue with the original trainer's name. Trainer names should not have data at the end of the string, but Incineroar has underlying trash of this value right here. Could it be modified from a Mitsuki.TV distribution? That's what this is right here. And I don't know about you guys, I'm not big on coding. I'm not the hacker here, which is an unironic detective when it comes to stuff like this. So yeah, 2 out of 6 have clearly been tampered with. The others look fine. By the way, keep in mind that this is Wolf's rental team, not the one he used in Players Cup 2, even though Wolf's Moltres was hacked. Impossible overworld RNG values and a bad memory general location says so. So when you actually do research, when you actually show the evidence, it's hard to fight against the reality. So I guess the Moltres was hacked after all, due to things other than suspicion and circumstance. Oh yeah, and a classic everyone's a cheater narrative. And I guess we can throw this one in there for good measure. Wolf's original nature was bashful for his colossal. I remember seeing this somewhere. Minted for modest, but close enough. Battle Champion ribbon is neat though. 508 EVs. Wolf's had 6 for special defense and no mark. And that's this colossal gift that you can get with this code. Alright, ladies and gents, I know the question that's burning in your head, so let's discuss it. None of this validates anything Publicify ever had to say. For all he could have proven over the years that he made this an agenda for clicks, he instead turned into some kind of moralist and Puritan narrative in a black and white setting to make it look like everyone in VGC cheats and is rotten. You know how that goes. I don't care if 999,999,999 people out of 1 billion people in VGC cheated. That doesn't invalidate that one legitimate person, but with Publicify, everyone's guilty until they're proven innocent. That is what invalidates anything he ever had to bitch and moan about everyone cheating in VGC and Pokemon for that matter, because his accusation agenda was nothing more than a smokescreen to hide the ineptitude and insecurity he has when it comes to him actually achieving anything in a child's video game. That's why he makes up achievements. Imagine making a fake ass achievement that involves you finding a shiny Pokemon in the first generation of Pokemon games. Say less. And like I said earlier, Caphotix is a hacker. If he had a case to prove, and if there was ever a case to prove about people cheating in Pokemon, like holy shit, Pokemon's the only game people have ever cheated in, my god, what is the world coming to? He has not only the evidence but the capability of showing it. He doesn't go, oh, your team is full of shiny Pokemon, they're 100% hacked, or that's Wolf Glick, he's immediately a hacker and he should die in a fucking fire. You see things like statistics, you can look at the data and go, that doesn't add up, and whether it ultimately boils boils down to suspicion or admissible evidence, you have something concrete to go on instead of an endless array of accusations, narratives, agendas, suspicions, circumstance, anything but admissible evidence that you're only doing for clicks anyway, rinse and repeat because you live in a fucking demented vacuum instead. And yeah, it's easy to say that the Pokemon Company needs to get their shit together, but the Pokemon Company doesn't give a shit because who wants to hear about their champion, their hero cheating in a child's video game and cheating at all? It looks much better to say Sajin Park, a top VGC player, or Wolf Glick, the 2016 world champion and the Players Cup 2 champion, are all of these things. Here, go rent their teams. Oh, by the way, they have a lot of questionable, if not objectively illegal Pokemon on their teams as well. So there are a few takeaways from this. Now you see how evidence looks, and it's not some emasculated narratives, etc. It's something that actually holds weight. The guy just used PK Hex and hacking tools in general to see exactly how these Pokemon are looking from the inside down to the coding level. And you don't need to make years of videos bitching about shit like that, because at the end of the day, whether they provide an advantage or not, nothing about this is going to change. And if this ruins you in any way, you need to remove yourself from whatever subterranean existence you may be living, dive onto the ground and make a grass angel, and or just get laid, because this is the type of shit that wrecks people that have personal issues like self-esteem, and it doesn't affect you in any way, and you're powerless against it regardless. That's just my thoughts when it comes to shit like this, because life's gonna go on regardless. This is nothing new. Oh wow, people cheat in VGC. Oh yeah, that video he did nearly a year ago was him skating around that reality, even though he made it clear that he receives Pokemon from other people. It's not gonna stop him from being the champion of 2016. It's not gonna stop his achievements. Oh, and by the way, 300 Haitians died from a 7.2 magnitude earthquake. Even though 300 is a tiny number on a grand scale, and you probably would have never gotten to know any of these people anyway, so don't let that disturb how privileged you moralist retards are, because you get the luxury of bitching and moaning about whether or not pixels in a child's video game are legal or not. Because we all know how easy it is to burst that little delicate bubble you live in. Pokemon Company, if you're going to ban some, you need to ban them all. Wolf Glick, Sajin, and the rest are nothing special because they're the popular kids in the classroom comparatively. And I'm about to head back to what I'm sure is my favorite generation of Pokemon to experience more great moments like this.